Hi there and welcome to day 41 of the 6-week challenge. So the penultimate day of the challenge, although actually we moved off the challenge really about a week and a half ago because hit the targets that I was after and kind of realised that 4 weeks is an optimum time for that, which is really good. So it gives me a nice framework for helping you guys out in the future, which we'll talk about more in further future videos. But for now, let's crack on with the challenge and crack on with what we've been doing, which is talking about different things we've been seeing on weight loss forums, different questions people have, and trying to give some answers to those. And today's question is about sweetness and sugar. Now, people talk about sugar and demonize it for a variety of reasons, but when they demonize it, they try and find other natural substitutes and talk about those as having extra health benefits. So the two key alternatives people use instead of sugar are agave and nectar or syrup, or honey. Both of those are natural products. Well, sugar's a natural product as well, but it is processed from sugar beet or sugar cane to actually make the granulated stuff that we have come to know, love, and I was going to say be addicted to, but I don't actually think we're addicted to sugar in its own right. I mean, if you put a bowl of sugar down on the table, it's very hard for someone to actually sit and eat a bowl of sugar. I would challenge anyone to just do that, which shows it isn't actually sugar that's causing the addiction. It is sugar combined with other things in processed food, which causes a spike in insulin, but also the desire to eat. So sugar isn't in and of itself addictive. I don't think it's in and of itself is too bad either. But what about these alternatives, agave and honey? Well, if you're looking at insulin, both of them are going to spike your insulin, and that's the key concern with any kind of added sugar or sugars of any kind. It does spike insulin, which then takes you to a place where you're not going to be in fat loss, not going to be burning fat, and your body's going to be pushing the energy around your body. The insulin's going to be doing that, which is fine. I mean, it's a natural bodily function that happens there. But does this mean that agave or honey are actually better or worse for you? Well, honestly, the evidence that I've read about says there's no real difference whether you're going to have honey, sugar, or agave. It's all the same thing. It all has the same profile. It all generally, in pound for pound, has, or gram for gram, has about the same calories. So around 4 calories a gram, as it does for any carbohydrate. So there's no real benefits or lack of benefits to having or not having one or the other. There is some argument about manuka honey and the medicinal purposes of that, and there is some research that talks about the benefits of that, but that actually has quite a strong flavour profile as well, so it can be a bit of a funny old taste and take a bit of getting used to, so it might not prove to be the best substitute. There's also theories that say that the cooking process, so if you're using it to actually bake goods, will kill off any of the benefits that you might find in manuka. So there's that to think about. But if you're going to have it as a sweetener from cereal or on your breakfast, I say cereal, I avoid cereal like the plague, but if you're say going to have it on your oats or something like that, then maybe that is something you could think of. But really, it's not going to be a huge amount of difference there. Personally, I use stevia just because, again, it's a natural product. It doesn't spike insulin, and there aren't any of the scare stories that you hear about aspartame or sucralose or any of the other main sweeteners that are out there. So personally, I go for stevia. But if you're going to choose any of the other ones, there's not really much difference between honey, agave, and sugar. In fact, agave might even be a little bit more punchy or worse. So if it was going to be me and I had to choose one of those three, honey, if I like the flavour of it, or just go with sugar. There's no real point in differentiating from those, but generally stevia saves you the calories, gives you the same nice flavour, and it's natural. So that's my piece on that. So I'll speak to you soon.